everybody, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Surviving Mars, shall we? Never played the game, don't know anything about it. It's a Paradox game. I normally enjoy Paradox games, so let's see what this is all about. I'm going to start right here with the tutorial. Let's jump in. Let's learn the basics, okay? Seems important to know the basics.
Welcome to Mars.
Thank you. In this training exercise, you will learn how to gather basic resources from the Martian surface, how to construct a small base, and how to refuel the rocket in order to send it back to Earth. Let's get started. Effect: achievements are disabled during all tutorials. Okay.
Hints such as this one will appear throughout the training process, giving useful information on how to advance in your current tasks.
Okay, thank you.
You need to master the camera controls and familiarize yourself with the terrain around the prospective colony site.
Okay. Goal: zoom in toward the suggested landing site. Alright, so we can zoom in. And then we can pan with WASD. We can hold this to kind of tilt, or Alt and the mouse.
Now it's time to land your first rocket.
Okay. Proceed by selecting the pinned icon representing the rocket that's currently in orbit around Mars. Okay. So I have this. I'm going to select it.
Designate a landing site on the indicated location.
Okay. Let's land the rocket right there. Use the mouse to move the rocket into position, then left click in order for it to land. I'm going to zoom out and watch this rocket. There it is. That's a rocket landing on Mars. I can get really close to it. Very close, in fact. Nice. Alright. Cool. Okay, it's opening up. I'm just going to move the camera around. And let's see. What are these coming out? Are these little, like,
And we have touchdown.
drones?
The rocket has landed on Mars.
It has. It carries drones. Remotely controlled robots which constitute your construction and resources gathering workforce. Gathering basic resources for building construction is one of the first things our Martian base needs. Place a metals depot so that the drones begin automatically bringing metals from the scattered surface deposits nearby. Goal: gather 5 metals in a metals depot. Okay. Okay. Open the build menu using right click. Then follow the arrows to choose the metals depot. Okay, so select this, select depot, and select metals depot. Now pick a spot to place it. Make sure it's close to your rocket. Okay. I guess I'll put it right there. Use the controls on the HUD or the following shortcuts to control the game speed. Space pauses the game. The plus key makes it faster, and the minus key makes it slower. Cool, I like that. Now accelerate the game speed so that the drones collect the metal. So there they are up here, collecting the metal.
Our rocket carries valuable resources that will be essential for the construction and maintenance of the colony.
Okay.
Initially, it's best to designate a universal depot so the drones have a place to store them.
Interesting. So you know what this is reminding me of right off the bat with these depots is Dwarf Fortress. And so I'm interested to see how this is like some kind of weird parallel to a game like that. Alright, we say okay, and we're just going to zoom out. I'm going to pause it. Use the build menu to build the universal depot. Actually, there's no reason to pause it. So we'll build a universal depot, then place it near the rocket. Okay, so we'll be like, hey, put it, can I rotate this? Yes, I can press the middle mouse button to kind of rotate it. Ooh, it's using hexes. That's fun. Put it there. Look at that.
Along with metals, concrete is the other vital basic construction resource.
Okay. The concrete extractor building must be placed over or within the proximity of a concrete deposit. Goal: from the build menu, select build a concrete extractor and place it at the proposed location. Okay, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to say production concrete extractor. Extracts sulfurous-rich regolith from concrete deposits and produces concrete. All extractors raise dust, resulting in more frequent maintenance for buildings in the gray area. Alright, so I'm going to build it here, but if I zoom out, you can see that the hex all the way around it is telling me that it's not going to work, or it's going to make pollution, basically. Wait a minute, requires a deposit. Oh, remember to also rotate the building. Okay. To make it match. There we go. So now it matches. Or I can just press R to rotate the building. There we go. And we're going to build it. Well done. Now observe.
How the drones will carry all the resources to the site and then construct the concrete extractor.
Hey, there they go. And they have like little lights. That's so fun. So they're taking all the stuff out of the ship, putting it on the Universal Depot right here. This is filling up with metals they've gathered, and then they're taking all the necessary stuff over with their little headlamps to build this. There they go. Let's watch them work. I wonder if I can like select a unit and then just say follow camera. I can. Cool.
Power in order to operate. Having a reliable electrical grid and supply is essential for the success of the colony.
Okay. Stirling generators are excellent power sources, but they are too complex to be built on Mars during the early stages of our colonization effort. That is why we ship them from Earth partially assembled in prefabs. Prefabs do not require any resources, only drones to unpack and assemble them. We've provided you with a Stirling generator prefab. Construct a Stirling generator. Okay, we can do that. Alright, so I'm going to pause it. Just take a look at the game. I'm going to zoom in to look at this drone, and I'm really going to just move the camera, and I want to take a good gander at this thing. Let me rotate it more. Look at this little guy. He looks, you know, pretty cute. He's got eyeballs and a little, you know, head here. And he's doing a lot of work for us. And so we say, well, thank you so much. Building's not working, 1, because of the power problem. So we need to right-click for the build menu, right? Let me select off the drone and then right-click and then say power. And then we need a Stirling generator. Generates power while closed. The generator is protected from dust, but produces less power. Okay, so we're going to build it. And then they want us to build it here, I guess. Because if I build it in this flashing area, then it powers... Does it power just everything within its radius? Alright, and then we just unpause the game. And hopefully they start building this now. And they are. Look, you can see it fill up and it's been built.
And the concrete extractor, using a power cable from the build menu to power up the extractor.
Okay, I will. Give me 1 second though. Before I do that, I'm going to go to options and I'm going to go to audio and I'm going to say I would like the sounds and the music down, and I want the voice like way up. So I'm just going to kind of slide these like this. Okay, cool. Apply. And then, alright, we're going to right click and we're going to say power cables. Connect power producers and consumers by establishing power grids. Costs 1 metal for each 5 hex long section. Alright, so we're going to... we selected it and we just say U. And then I guess we just kind of do that. Did that happen? Did we do it? Are they building it? Oh, they did it. We are powered. The concrete extractor is working.
It's a byproduct of all extractors and is best stored at designated locations.
Okay.
This way you can ensure that it will not be in the way of future construction.
Huh. This is amazing. Okay, I had no idea what to expect from this game. I was thinking it was like kind of a survival, more of a survival type game, but after playing it, it seems more like Dwarf Fortress, which I guess is survival, but it's not as immediately intense. Like, you have about a year before anything really hectic happens, generally, and depending on where you start. But anyway, we got to worry about trash. So the amount of waste rock per resource extracted depends on the grade of the resource deposit. You can select a resource deposit to view its grade and the amount of resources remaining in it. Okay, so I say okay. I say great. Place a concrete depot in a dumping site near your concrete extractor to store its production and waste. Okay, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to say storages, and I'm going to say resource specific depots, and I need a concrete depot, and it stores 180. So I'm just going to put it like right by it, right there. And then I'm going to build, again, a dumping site. Stores 105. All right, and we need to build it someplace that's not in the way of other stuff, I guess. So I'll put it like, I don't know, over here.
Drones will pick pending tasks on their own within the range of the drone controllers they are assigned to.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, again, hilariously reminding me of Dwarf Fortress in a way. They have priorities that they pick on their own, but hopefully with more management, like I can tweak and prioritize what I want. They're all assigned to the rocket. When the rocket is selected, the work range of all drones assigned to it will be visualized. If the rocket takes off, however, all these drones will need another controller. Goal: build a drone hub and make sure it's supplied with power. All right, so I need to build a drone hub, and I need to build it like by my rocket and connect it to the power grid. Okay, so let's build it near the rocket, and then let me right click on this and say, oh, not that, I'm sorry, let me just do power, and then just do power cable, and then click this and then that, and then they have been connected. I think eventually some drone should come and build this cable, and then there it goes, and then now this is powered.
Batteries that have to be recharged periodically.
Okay. Every drone hub has 2 recharge stations built in, but you might need additional ones as the colony spreads out. Constructing recharge stations, especially along areas with heavy drone activity, will prove vital for maintaining an efficient workforce. Build a recharge station near the extractor. Okay, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to say build me infrastructure recharge station, and I would like it, I guess, right here. Now, I'm wondering if this counts as being connected to the power grid. I'm going to see. It probably doesn't. Oh, no, it did. Perfect.
Supply chain between
I was
Earth
testing
and Mars
that.
is essential, especially during the early colonization stages.
So I tested that if you build next to a completed power grid node, that it automatically hooks up to that. So as long as you're within 1 hex of that node, it looks like it works. Every rocket has enough fuel for a one-way trip to Mars and has to be refueled on-site so it can return to Earth and be reused. Well, that's very efficient. Fuel is produced in a fuel refinery. To set up the chain, we'll also need water. So I need to build a moisture vaporator and a fuel refinery. Wow, I'm like Owen and Beru Lars, collecting moisture from the desert. Okay, so I need to build life support, moisture vaporator, produces water from the atmosphere. Production lowered when placed near other vaporators. Okay, and I can just put this wherever I want. So I'm going to put it here so it can collect power from this. Let me test my theory. Does it power? No. So I gotta say power cable right there. Blocking objects. No. Well, maybe I messed that up. Maybe they're not connected. I thought that they... Oh, no, they are. Maybe it's just telling me that we don't have enough power anymore to run everything. I could be wrong about that, but Yeah, it's not producing enough power, so I'm going to need to build another power grid. I'm sure they'll tell me about that, though. Anyway, let me go into building a fuel refinery. Okay, and I can just, like, I guess build it here. Not enough power. I know. Okay, here they come. We've got a fuel refinery, and I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to say power. I'm going to say power cable. I'm just going to connect these like this. Blocking objects. Well, what about, like, can you connect this? Yeah, there it goes. So let's see if they'll build this.
Resources are low.
Oh, it does say adjacent power
You
producers
don't
and
have
consumers.
sufficient power for all the buildings in the colony.
Uh-huh. Luckily, we have an extra Sterling generator prefab we could use. Okay, so prefab means they've already built it. So, but they are telling me there that if you build adjacently, you don't have to build the cables. All right, so we need to go build power, Sterling generator prefab, and I'm just going to put it here. And I think because it's here, it should connect to the existing grid. Theoretically.
A system of
It did.
pipes is used to deliver resources such as water and air where they are needed.
Cool. Pipes for water and air. Alright, the moisture evaporator has to be connected with pipes to the fuel refinery. Wow. Now we're getting to, like, Sim City here. Alright, so we gotta do pipes. Unlike cables, pipes have to be placed at specific spots to connect to a building. Look for the pipe spots on the ground next to the moisture evaporator and the fuel refinery. Okay. I see. So I'm going to select this one, I guess. And I'm going to be like, I see the spots. Okay. But in order to do it, I need to what? Right-click, water, pipes. And so I go like, hey, put a pipe here, and then a pipe, like, right there. And then I'm going to right-click away, and they should just build this eventually. Right-click off of it, and they're building it. It's filling up.
Fuel
It's been built.
production is now underway, and the drones will begin to deliver the fuel to the rocket.
Okay. Use the speed controls to increase the game speed so the rocket refuels faster. Effect. For the purposes of this tutorial simulation, the rocket needs far less fuel, 5, than it would during a normal playthrough, 50. Wow, okay. So they're just trying to help me out. How much fuel do I have? I have, where would that icon be? It's up here somewhere, right? Water, oxygen, research, polymers, fuel. Here it is. I have 2. Okay, so they're making it. Wait for the fuel to produce fuel. You can select the rocket and check how much fuel has already been delivered into its info panel on the right. Okay, so I'll select it, and I'm going to be like, hey, how much fuel you got? And it says here it has 2 of 5 fuel. Okay. So, with the rocket selected, you can see this hex, I guess, is the drone control zone, or all of the drones it's connecting have this, like, elongated diamond shape on them. Okay. We're low storage for power and water. What, we need more water, is what you're telling me? Select the rocket and press launch button to send it on its way back toward Earth. Launch. Ooh, cool, here it goes. All the drones are like, whoa. Let's zoom out. Let's watch it go. Neat.
Congratulations. You have finished the first tutorial.
We did it. You've learned how to set up a basic outpost on Mars that can gather resources for further expansion and refuel rockets. Using rockets to bring in additional supplies from Earth is essential for a fledgling colony. Cool. So the next tutorial is called Rovers, Exploration, and Research.
Welcome, Commander. In
Welcome.
this training exercise, you will get acquainted with one of your most valuable tools, rovers.
Cool. Rovers are vehicles with a variety of useful functions like transporting resources, commanding drones, and analyzing anomalies. You have direct control over all rovers in the colony. Goal: select the RC transport and move it to the designated area. Okay, so I'm going to pause the game, just take a look around really fast. So this is not the area that I built with the previous tutorial, it's a new one. And select the RC transport, which is this cool looking dude.
Now let's try moving around.
Okay. Move the vehicle to the area indicated by the area. I can move it by just clicking, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, right-clicking. Oh, I see, I have like a move. Here it is, move interact. So I can select move, and then I can select the target, and then unpause it, and it'll go there.
RC transport can load and carry resources around the map.
Uh-huh.
Let's use it to refuel the nearby rocket.
Okay. Use the RC transport to load fuel from the fuel depot in the base, then unload it close to the rocket so that its drones can load it into the rocket. Drones can also take resources directly from the RC transport if they need them. However, unloading the resources is quicker and will free up the RC transport for other tasks. Okay. So select RC transport and right-click on the fuel depot. So I've got it selected, and I need to right-click on this. When the fuel icon pops up, left-click on it to fill all of the available space in the RC transport with fuel. Okay, so the fuel icon is there. I left-click on it, and then there it goes. And it's just picking this stuff up and filling it up rapidly. I'm at max game speed, so there it goes. You can see it filling it into the back.
The RC transport to unload the fuel next to the rocket.
Okay. So I'm going to be like, hey, unload the fuel right there. Are you going to do that? It's doing it. It's going. I'm using the camera follow. Look at this. I'm following this guy. Unload it, dude. There it goes. Look at the drones come out. Oh man, this game is really satisfying. I love seeing all of this stuff happen and be automated. It's great. Go for it. Put it in there. Put it in the rocket. Okay. Wait for the drones to bring the fuel inside the rocket, then select the rocket and launch it. Alright, they're going. They're doing it. We need 30 fuel. We're at 16, 17. There they go. Good job, drones. Bum, bum. Here we go. We're getting ready. And launch. Oh, all my drones are orphaned because there's no controller, but we launched it. We did it.
Some drones are left without a controller after the rocket launch.
I see. If drones lose their controller, they will look for new controllers nearby. However, when there are no controllers nearby, you'll have to manually reassign them to a new controller. The reassign command also allows you to reassign drones to understaffed controllers with heavy drone load. Goal: assign these drones to the nearby drone hub. Okay, so press and hold to drag a square on all 4 drones. Once selected, use the reassign action to assign them back to the drone hub here. And let's see, they should drive back.
Is able to gather resources directly from surface deposits without the help of drones.
Oh, okay. Send the RC transport to gather some metals from the deposit indicated by the arrow. Okay, so I'm going to select my RC transport, number 1, and I'm going to say move, and we're going to just be like, hey, can you go here? Or just right-click on the deposit. And it's coming. Here it comes. And we're just going to follow it along as it interacts with this. It is. It's processing this metal. without drones and just putting it into the back of its cargo bay here. That's cool. And now it has 5, and it's all done.
Let's set up a small expand some distance away from the main base.
Okay. We'll need resources for the new base. The RC transport can be ordered to transfer a large amount of resources in multiple goes via the Create Transport Route command. Okay. So let's see. Alright, so we're going to be like, hey, select the rover and use Create Transport Route. With the command activated. Alright, so I'm going to select the rover, and I'm going to say Create Transport Route. Left-click the Universal Depot as a starting point. Okay. Let's see. So the Universal Depot is here. It's this very nicely organized facility. So we're going to left-click this as a starting point. From the pop-up menu, choose Load All Resources. And then left-click near the marked area above the main base as an endpoint for the route. Okay. And you want me to go... Where exactly? The marked area? I'm looking for it. Oh, this right... No, that's my guy. Oh, here's the marked area. Okay. Unload it here.
Work.
Boy, when you say above the main base, this doesn't look above. Is my camera turned around? Anyway, that's fine. If it takes too long, speed up time. It's fine. I have time fully sped up. I'm just going to kind of watch this guy fill up right here. I've got him on camera mode, so we get to watch him just drive around the surface of Mars. Looks really good. There he goes. The headlights are great. Bam, and he's unloading everything. There they go. Unload it all.
Commander, one other thing.
The RC Commander is a mobile drone controller that carries its own drones. With its help, you can gather resources from surface deposits, construct and maintain buildings. When moving far distances, the RC Commander will first recall its drones before moving off to its destination. Wow! That's cool, RC Commander. Select the RC Commander down here and move it close to the designated area for the expand. Okay, so I'm going to be like, hey, can you just go over here? Make sure that the RC Command drones can reach the resource you already transported there beforehand. Alright, I'm going to follow it. Just get a good look at this guy. Wow, looks really slick. Nice. There he is.
We need to construct a new sensor tower to scan the nearby environment.
Okay. Use the resources that the RC transport delivered to build and power a new sensor tower that will help us scan the nearby locations for resources and anomalies. Okay. Construct a sensor tower and a Sterling generator and make sure that they're connected. Alright, so I'm going to right-click, sensor tower, and we're going to build it right where they want us to, right here. And then we need to do right-click and build power, Sterling generator, and we're just going to build it. Is that a generator that I have selected, by the way? Yeah. This, and I'm going to build it like right next to it. I like how it tells you good job. Good job. Well, thanks. Appreciate that. There it goes. And they're filling up. They're putting all the resources for the sensor tower and the Sterling. So it's like once they have all the resources, then they can build it.
Scanning sectors and exploration.
Okay. So we need to explore. You can scan new sectors to discover more resource deposits and anomalies. This is done from the map overview. Okay. Zoom out and go to the map overview. All right, let's go to here.
Sectors of the map to discover new resources and anomalies.
Okay, there are two main ways to scan. One is to queue sectors for scanning. These sectors will be scanned one by one, gradually over time. Sensor towers speed up the scanning process of sectors near them. The other way is to use probes, which you can buy using funding and bring on resupply rockets from Earth. Use a probe to explore. Okay, so I'm going to say select the probe, mouse over a sector, and left-click on the probe. Oh, okay, so let's be like, hey, we want to do this sector.
Also queue sectors for scanning.
All right, so it instantly did that. Left-click on a selector to add it to the scanning queue. You can queue up to 10 sectors. Right-click on a sector to remove it. Oh, okay. Scan sector E4 to continue. All right. Well, it's scanning, I think. Is this E4? It is. We're at 80%. We almost got this.
Well done.
Well done.
Now it's time to use our fully operational RC Explorer to analyze the anomaly.
Okay. Select the RC Explorer and use the Move Interact action in order to analyze the anomaly. This will take a while.
Anomaly found.
Okay, so I'll select the RC Explorer, and then I'm going to be like, hey, go scan that. I just right-clicked on it, by the way. The RC Explorer is on its way. All right, I'm going to just follow it and see what this anomaly looks like from this view. Oh, looks like the sun's coming up. What you got? It's looking. It's got this, like, tri-laser scan happening. I don't know how long this takes, by the way, so I'm just going to push escape. And I don't know if I can see...
The anomaly has yielded interesting insights into new technologies.
Okay. Researching new technologies unlocks new options for the colony, such as new buildings, domes, and upgrades. That's fun. Anomalies often provide bonuses to research, such as unlocking new technologies for research or providing research points. Open the research screen. Okay.
This is the research screen. From here, you can choose and queue techs for research.
Fun. Techs are divided into 5 basic fields and a field for special breakthrough techs. When you research a tech from a given basic field, you will unlock a new tech in that field. Breakthrough techs are special, unique techs that are unlocked via anomalies. Okay. So I'm going to be like, hey, do robotics. Queue any tech for research to continue. It's clicking on this one.
One other thing.
Each tech has a cost in research points, which are generated in various ways. Your sponsor provides some research points to start with. Once colonists arrive, you'll be able to construct research labs, which generate research points faster. You can view a breakdown of the research points generated per soul on the right side of the research screen. Okay. So I'm really getting a Kim Stanley Robinson, red Mars, green Mars, blue Mars kind of feel here.
Now you know how to handle rovers.
I too. So we learned how to handle rovers. And next we're going to learn how to do power, water, and maintenance. And we're going to get into that in the next episode. Everyone, I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm really curious. What do you guys think of this game? Like I said, I'm feeling like a little bit of, The Martian plus a little bit of Kim Stanley Robinson's Mars Trilogy here. And I love this idea of sci-fi, living on Mars, researching technology, management simulator games. So everything is kind of working for me right now, and I'm excited to learn more about the game and see how it stacks up and what kind of replay value the game might have. So let me know in the comments below. Have you played this game? Is it fun? Is it a good one? Do you recommend that I keep going? And if you've never played, what do you think about this game? I got it for free on Epic, but I'm sure it's really cheap if you're interested. And if you guys are digging this series, I will continue and keep going, making videos about this game, and even start my own colony, if that's what you call it, once I finish the tutorial. Alright, everybody. Take care.